Hey hookers, it's Luke. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are new. I can't decide if it's fucking focused. I'll just sit like right here. So it's been fucking months, years, fucking ages since I've last fucking filmed. Honestly, it's been so long and I'm pissed at myself for letting it be this fucking long, but I've had so many requests for this video I'm about to do, and I've had so many ideas for filming this whole entire summer, but so many things have happened and I've been doing so much and been going through so fucking much. Yeah, mama's a fucking shit show, but what's fucking new, honestly? Also, my camera was broken. It fell onto my fucking bathroom floor tile when I was trying to take like a nude in the bathroom. So it's fixed now, all is good, but literally when I was going to the camera store to get it fixed, I was declined and my card was negative $4,000. I was like, oh, why is my card $4,000? Like, I didn't even have $4,000. So that's a whole nother fucking story time that will probably be saved for another day, along with some other things I want to talk about. For today's video, it's going to be a stalker story. And no, don't fucking call me Tana Mojo, because I'm not fucking Tana Mojo. I just had something similar-ish happen like she had, but literally compare all her story times with this story time, nothing's gonna be the same. This all is true, I promise. But without further a fucking ado, let's get into the video. So it all started literally probably 2 or 3 weeks. No, it was the weekend before my birthday. So literally the end of April / beginning of May, aka like less than 2 weeks before the school year was over. I was on Grindr and I met this guy, blah, 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 and my bio on Grindr's Venmo me or something. Super sketchy situation. So he was like messaging me. He was like, yeah, my friend wants to fuck you for $1,000. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck him, but like, I want the $1,000. So we like talked a little. It was just very confusing. Like, he was using like my boyfriend or like my friend and then like my ex. Like, he was just being so weird, like, and kept kind of changing the story. But whatever, mom was high, so I was like, whatever, I just need the $1,000. Like, bitch, it's about to be my birthday, like, and no, I'm not a fucking prostitute. So it came down to it, and I called this guy, and I was like, hi, like, it's Luke. He was like, who? And I was like, oh, like, this is fucking awkward, bitch. Your, like, friend or something, like, told me to call you. I, like, didn't know if you want— it was the most awkward encounter on fucking earth, bitch. Oh, I was like, whatever, just come over. So he came over, and me and my roommates were just like in my living room smoking and like chilling and like doing the fucking huge, and we did not do one single thing sexual, I promise. Oh, huge part of the story missing. The original guy that I was messaging was like, you just need to record it all or something, and then you'll get the $3,000 or the $1,000 or the $1,500 fucking dollars. All I knew was it was something $1,000. So he comes over and I tell him, I'm like, so like your friend like wanted me to like film things happening with us, and he's like, oh, so like this what this is about? And I'm like, no, like I promise, like you seem like a good guy or whatever. So he's like, I can just give you the money myself, like it's all my dad's like company money, like I don't know why he thinks he can just like tap into shit. Still super confusing to this day. And then like we were just hanging out and I was like, go get me food, like I'm hungry. And so he's like, okay, like I have a cake at my house, like I'm gonna go grab it. And then he like calls me and he was saying something about like SpongeBob or like something, and I was like, oh, like I don't really like SpongeBob. And then like he brought up Netflix and I was like, oh, like our Xbox is broken, because like I just literally wanted him to bring my fat ass some fucking food and leave. Like, ooh, I don't actually want you there. Like, that's confusing and embarrassing. He comes back with a half-eaten fucking cake. First of all, bitch, I don't want your casket smelling ass fucking saliva ass eating cake. Leave, boo. Just kidding, you know mama smashed that fucking cake. And then, oh, and there's a ghost. And then like this life-size thing of Patrick from fucking SpongeBob. I don't want a stuffed animal, boo, I'm 20. Also an Xbox, a real ass Xbox. He was like, here, like, you said yours is broken. And me and like my roommates were literally just like, okay, like we'll sell it. We're just gonna get hella coin with this. It comes down to it, and it was like 1 AM at this point, and I was like, oh my god, like leave, boo. And I turn over and see his ass flop on my bed, and I was like, okay, so this bitch has some fucking nerve, like, you're leaving. So I was like, are you staying? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I thought that's why I came back. Like, that's why I even came back. Like, he drove 35 minutes to a completely different town to get this fucking cake and SpongeBob, and then drive back. Like, what number red flag is that? Like 5 at this point, honestly. Like, bedtime is my freaking time, bitch. I want to shower, like, I want to put on a face mask, like, I want to watch Netflix, I want to turn on my fucking heated blanket, bitch. So anybody trying to interrupt that is just completely canceled at that point. So it was like 2 AM at this point, and he's like, I have to leave in an hour for work. I work like 3 to noon or something. And I was like, oh, like, thank God. I was literally rolled over, facing the other way, sitting there like in bed, rolling, like physically rolling my fucking eyes. Really? So 3:30 comes around and I'm like, oh, like, you're gonna be late. And he was like, oh, no, like, yeah, I just told my boss I was gonna come a little late. And I was like, oh, this is so exhausting. Then it was like, okay, I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to bed, like, forget this is even happening. And then it was like 5:30, like 6. And I was like, why are you still here, boo? So it was 6 o'clock and I was like, you're leaving, boo? And he's like, yeah, like, I just told my boss I was calling in, like, I wanted to spend more time with you. And I was like, oh, like, how cute. So you're gonna, like, gut me like a fucking fish. Awesome. Cute. Can't wait. So then I was like, oh, well, like, I have to work at like 7 this morning, like, you should probably go, boo. And he was like, no, like, I just really want to stay with you, like, I'll call you in, like, I'll pretend. I was like, bitch, no. If I have to spend 30 more fucking seconds with your pack of cigarette looking ass, I'm literally going to tie cinder blocks to my feet and jump off the I-74 bridge. Don't care. You're fucking done, boo. You're leaving. Like, ooh. That was pretty much my night. He left. Some other things, like, just small things happened, but nothing crazy. So then, my Australian roommate moved back to Australia for the summer, and my other roommate was gone for a week in Chicago. And so the next day, I get a phone call from my friend, and he's like, Luke, like, was the guy that came over last night, was his name blank? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, oh, like, Luke, that was my stalker from freshman year. And this guy's, like, gonna be a senior. And I was like, what do you mean? So he told me all the tea, and I was like, okay, whatever, like, I'm over it. Like, good thing I didn't do anything with the guy. Oh, pause. Never got my fucking money either. Love that. A few days go by, literally forget that I am even existing at this point. And me and my other friend were in my living room, kind of fucked up, and I was like, bitch, we need fucking Dairy Queen. And I get back at literally 10:13, Dairy Queen closes at 10, we were just sitting eating our Blizzard. Irrelevant, Luke. Stop fucking talking, bitch. Nobody cares. And we walk into my apartment and literally, like, chills. Something is wrong. Granted, both my roommates were still gone, which I already hated. So the guy roommate I had, when we walked in, his door was closed. Oh, literally, I just get chills thinking about this shit. And I was like, why the fuck is Michael's doors closed? Like, did you close it? She's like, no, like, who's, like, and I was like, we weren't speaking English. Like, I was just literally already bawling. And so I was like, go check his fucking room right now, Noelle. Like, I just don't want to. She goes in, and his light was off, and it was on when we left because we use his room for, like, just the bathroom, find a lighter and shit like that. And his toilet was running. Like, I'm seriously scared to be in my house by myself right now just because it's so, it like tweaks me out to even talk about it. And his toilet is literally broken as shit, like falling apart to shreds, like looks like it went through a goddamn garbage disposal. Like the top was off and you have to pull that little thing to even flush it. So it was so fucking sketchy and it was running. So his toilet was running and you can't flush it unless you do that. So it's like somebody was in there and wanted us to know that they were, oh my fucking god, this is so tweaky for me. So I'm already fucking bawling, and I'm like, boo, like, I think there's somebody in my room, like, I feel it, like, something's in my room, oh my god. I wish you guys could see my literal leg hair growing back as I'm talking about this. So we sprint, I leave my laptop, I leave my wallet, grab my fucking phone, bitch, and we're done. We are literally out of that bitch so fast. So we go to my friend's, I'm bawling still. I'm like, oh my god, we need to look his ass up. And so we look his ass up, and literally just news articles. Just fucking news articles. Man arrested for this. Man arrested on third charge of this. Sexual assault. Sexual predator. Like, sex, what's it called? Pedophile or like the something list? Or like when child something? Fuck, what am I trying to say? You guys know what I'm trying to say. He was on that fucking list. And then so I click on one of the articles and it like comes up with like his arrest records. And one of them literally like it says aliases, which means like names he's fucking like been arrested using. And there was 9 different aliases, bitch. And like he's been arrested using 9 different fucking names. Was there a fucking Cameron Patrick? Like, we threw that bitch in the fire, but like shit, we ruined any fucking trace of that bitch. So yeah, he was literally arrested using all those goddamn different names. And so I literally am done. Like, I'm done with fucking being in this town. Mom, I'm moving home this summer. Like, I know you don't want me to. I know I'm a worthless piece of trash, but like, the bitch is coming home. How could I fucking forget this part? So like that night, I stayed the night at my friend's apartment. And the next day I was like, whatever, like I'm gonna go back tonight. I'm just gonna pack everything up and then leave like 2 days after the day that I went back to my apartment, if that makes sense. sense. So I go to bed, I always fucking close and lock my door no matter what. And also, it's like a main thing, we always leave our fucking air at 66. That was just like a solid thing for us. Like we literally like the whole year, it was just always at 66. We all live sleeping fucking cold. Because I have a heated blanket, like I'm not trying to wake up in the sweats. So literally, I go to bed and I fucking wake up at 2:53 a.m. in a puddle. I know this sounds dramatic, not even like a puddle of blood, puddle of fucking cum, puddle of fucking shit, a puddle of fucking sweat. And I'm like, and I fucking wake up and my door is wide open. And I'm like, oh my god, like I knew, like, and I literally go, slam it, lock it. Literally, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm sobbing, literally already bawling. I'm like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna be on the news tomorrow. Like, I'm literally getting murdered. Like, this is awesome, sweet. I love that. I try to flip my switch. I'm like, it's not fucking flipping. Like, the light won't turn the fuck on. So my phone's dead because it wasn't charging. I'm like, oh, this is not fucking good. Like, awesome. End of that fucking nighttime story. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. The breaker door, like the door that has like all the switches to all the electricity in my apartment, were all flipped the like opposite way that they're used, like that they normally are, if that makes sense. Every single one, it says like oven, dishwasher, washer, dryer, they were all flipped fucking off. Every single goddamn fucking switch on there was switched off. Like, oh. So I call the police, they come, like they like just like kind of look at my apartment and like I tell them the whole story, like they look for anything suspicious. Like they can't really fucking do anything because my apartment building was like outside and like they're ghetto as shit and like don't have cameras. They're just like, let us know if like he contacts you. And I was like, oh, love that. And so yeah, honestly, like, there's nothing else more to say other than that's my fucking stalker story, bitch. Honestly, be fucking careful with who you talk to because people out there are fucking insane. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that notification bell down below to see when I upload next. Also, fucking subscribe, bitch. And yes, until next time, stay true. I love you guys.
Damn. Cell phone prepaid was deleted. Got worked